Welcome to another edition of Eyes on the Tigers, Channel 97 News.
We come to you today from the OHS Commons, and here's what you'll see on today's show.
We find out why Oakville's class sizes have increased.
We take a sneak peek at this year's fall play.
We take a look at the life of one of Oakville's most popular students.
And we see how broadcast students survived without their phones.
We'll have all that and much more on today's edition of Eyes on the Tigers, Channel 97 News.
And it all starts now. Welcome back to Eyes on the Tigers, Channel 97 News. I'm Joel Hahn.
And I'm Molly Kohler. We begin today's show with some sad news. Recently, OHS lost a beloved teacher. Miss Mary Vogel passed away on October 23rd.
She taught Spanish at Oakville for 12 years. Last week, the school held a memorial service in her honor. Several students and staff spoke at the service.
Miss Vogel meant a lot to me, really. I've known her since freshman year. She helped me somewhat come out of my shy girl stage and make me who I am today.
Mary Vogel was my friend. She was somebody who stayed after school all the time. I would have kids in here tutoring, and I would not know a Spanish question. I think I learned way more Spanish from her than I did from anybody. And I would go in there with a student, and she would work with them willingly. She was, in general, just a very giving person, very quiet in a lot of ways. I don't know that she ever wanted to be center stage, but serving others and doing things for others were always very important to her.
Voters in the Melville School District have made their decision.
The results are in on Prop R.
And here's the story.
Proposition R, a 49-cent tax increase, received considerable support from the community.
We had a rally at Melville High School. We are having a phone bank. We're doing robocalls. We are sending out 2 mailers. And we are just generally trying to spread the word, whether we're in parking lots talking to people, holding signs, you name it, we tried to do it.
On November 3rd, citizens of the Melville School District packed the polling places to decide whether or not to pass Prop R. Later that night, members of Melville Oakville United gathered at Andre's, where Dan Fowler gave the good news.
Our actual vote total is 17,905 to 6,383. We owe those people 3-1.
We didn't just pass Prop R, we changed the culture of this community.
This is a game changer. This will set Melville off in a different direction. The last several years we've done nothing but cut. We've had old textbooks, we've had worn out facilities, we've had increasing class sizes, decreasing opportunities for students. So starting next year when the budget's developed for the 16-17 school year, that's when some of the changes will be implemented.
A lot of people really came together from all facets of our community and really did a great job.
Photographer Annika Bernson, I'm Joel Hahn with Channel 97 News. How are your classes this year, Molly?
They're super crowded.
You know, there's a reason there's so many kids. Let's find out why.
Over the last few years, enrollment at Oakville has decreased while the number of students in the classroom has increased. Let's see why.
The reason the class sizes are up, there's more students in each of the sections, is because we've lost staff.
Leading to efficient.
Each staff person can teach 5 classes per semester, and so therefore there's more rooms, whether it be in the core area classes or in elective classes, there's going to be more sections that could be offered.
Some particular classes at Oakville have a significant increase in the number of students.
With 99 kids enrolled last year, my classes were pretty packed. And so this year with 117, we needed to find somebody else to teach the additional class.
It was Miss Caton that kind of approached me and asked me if I would be interested in doing AP Psych for this school year, and I thought it would be a wonderful opportunity. I have 1 class of AP Psych with 15 students. I think, for the number of 15, it's much less than Miss Caton. When you're working with large quantities of students, it becomes a little bit less of a one-on-one type of scenario.
Well, it's affected me because the teacher doesn't have as much individual time for me and other students as well. So if I need help on something, I can't really get that help as easily as I could last year.
My Myth and Legends class is huge. I had to actually have more desks brought in, and all of my teacher spots are full. We have 30 students and 2 teachers in that classroom. I think the downfall of it in that situation is that they don't all get to contribute as much. So we have to do more group work to give everybody a chance to really have their opinion heard.
I really don't mind having a large class. There's one-on-one time in A&P if you really need it, so it doesn't really affect your learning experience.
With Bailey Bolstecki and Molly Kohler, I'm Marnella Pekich for Channel 97 News.
Many students and teachers would like to see changes made to A&P. Let's take a look at what potential plans are in place for the future.
A&P, or Academic Networking Period, is a class given every other day that gives students an opportunity to work on homework, study for tests, and visit teachers. The first 20 minutes of every A&P is dedicated to character ed discussions, or Tiger Talks.
I think that Tiger Talks are useful to the school because they do teach people about community and working together. But a lot of the older A&Ps don't necessarily need that because they all know each other.
It's good for us to be able to have those conversations with your A&P teachers within your classes, just to be thinking about what it means to be a good person and to keep that in the forefront of our minds all the time.
We've been working on a plan, or my A&P has been working on a plan, to have maybe a reduced amount of Tiger Talks for the older A&Ps, like maybe once a week instead of every single A&P.
The A&P committee has taken these opinions into consideration and discussed them at a meeting on October 20th.
So Tiger Talk is going to continue being part of A&Ps. As a school of character, that is part of what we had said that we were going to do.
We are looking at making some changes based off of the survey results that we just did, the conversation that we had in A&P last week. We are looking at suggestions that students have made. We're looking at suggestions that staff has made.
The first thing is that we're looking to add in something that we're thinking of calling CAT meetings, and this is time for students to meet with their clubs and activities, and then they will have about 10 minutes to be able to meet and discuss any sort of club business or athletic business. This will be nice for informational meetings. It'll be nice just for quick little bits of information. It's not anything excessive or long. It's only about 10 minutes long. And we're looking to start those in January.
A&P changes for second semester will be announced soon. With Brady Castillo and Katie Januska, I'm Taylor Zaff for Channel 97 News.
Why are you doing that now?
I have to turn it in next block.
You shouldn't worry about that. Everything you need to know you learned in kindergarten.
Hey, that sounds familiar.
Everything I needed to know I learned in kindergarten? That's the name of this year's fall play.
Oh, let's see how that will play out.
Drama students are hard at work preparing for the upcoming play.
It's an ensemble show, so there's a bunch of different scenes with different characters. Basically, it tells like the stories that everyone knows true in life and just everything, life lessons basically.
On October 22nd, the Oakville Drama Department took an exciting trip while preparing for the fall play.
The casting crew headed to Woolwind Elementary to visit with kindergarten classes.
This trip arose because our show is called All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. So in a few scenes, the students actually play kindergartners, and we wanted them to have the opportunity to do some observation of their own kindergartners.
We started out by performing a piece from our play called Cinderella for them, and then we played a bunch of games with them.
Hey everybody, 60 speech party, 60 speech party.
After that, we went back and we performed a poem and a book for them.
Be sure to check out All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten on November 12th, 13th, 19th, and 20th in the Drama Center. Tickets can be purchased from Miss Learn for $5. With Cassidy McNeil, I'm Allison Frisella for Channel 97 News.
Here's a story about one of the real nice guys in the senior class.
Austin Neal, he's a good person.
A weird guy.
Athletic.
He's pretty nice. Homecoming king.
I think of a ripped man who's very energetic and muscular.
He may be homecoming king, an all-state wrestler, and the Tiger mascot, but there is a side to him that you may not know.
He became this leader, seemingly overnight. It almost felt like something clicked with him. And he's become one of the more reliable and dependable kids.
My children, especially Brock, would say that he's kind of his hero.
Tries to take the newer, younger wrestlers and he tries to work with them and
and help, and he's become a big team leader that way.
Not in the wrestling world, there's one relationship in particular that really stands out.
Samuel Wayne Hops, he's a good kid too. He just started coming to lunch and doing this whole thing, you know, every day, and then, I don't know, all of a sudden he got like accepted, and Austin was one of the first people to really like bring him in.
I was just like, hey, come on over, and then he started doing like all types of whips, like home run, yeet, whip. I don't know, he just started doing a bunch of whips, and I thought it was funny.
He's a really good friend. He's like my best friend.
After the homecoming game, the next day was his birthday. Me and Stegman, when we met up, he was like, let's go to Walmart and get him some games. So we was just like real excited. So it was really nice and like heartwarming to see that. So
Austin kind of took him under his wing this year and just was there for him, a friend like he is everyone else.
With Katie Freshman and Imani Kellum behind the camera, I'm Madison Ponceroli for Channel 97 News.
You know, Molly, Austin Neal's not the only student who's busy.
Yeah, you're right. There's a varsity ice hockey player who is also very busy.
Jess Anderson is a very busy girl. Not only does she play varsity field hockey and ice hockey for Oakville, but also AAA Lady Blues ice hockey.
I started because my sister played, and I watched her and I really liked it. And I started when I was about 5 or 6 maybe. I love hockey because I can take the intangibles out of the game and put it into my work life of being a good teammate and a good leader.
Jessica is very busy, so she has a lot of time that she needs to prioritize, and she does a really good job of, making sure she gets to practice and homework, but there isn't much time in between during field hockey and hockey. We spend a lot of hours on the road. We have a lot of hockey equipment and sticks hitting us in the head, but it gives us a little time to talk too.
I'm here at the rink almost every day. Sometimes I have 2 sheets of ice a night, and I travel throughout North America and Canada and everywhere. I'm gone all the time.
She's one of our captains, so that says a lot right there for her character and what kind of a teammate she is. She keeps the room fun, and she keeps other players accountable, and just is a good. There's a lot of good leadership qualities that she brings, so that's why she has a letter.
Jess is also one of the only 2 girls on the Oakville ice hockey team.
Jess has been a very valuable asset to our team. She comes to practice, works hard every day, and really shows a competitive edge.
I think it's a lot better than the girls' team, and it's very competitive.
It's fun. It's something different. Pushes us a lot more.
She works her butt off day in and day out to become a better hockey player and hopefully reach her goal of playing NCAA Division I hockey.
With Shannon Strobel, I'm Veronica Husky for Channel 97 News.
Some broadcast students did something most people would not be able to do. Joel.
Huh? What?
They went without using their phones.
Let's see how they survived.
In this day and age, people never put down their phones. We asked students and staff if they think they could last 2 days without their social connections.
Probably not, because I play fantasy football.
Probably not, because I'm on it constantly.
I like to get away from it, and I think it relaxes me to not be expected to check up on it all the time.
Probably not. I'm a complete slave to technology now.
In a survey conducted, we found that of the 269 responses, nearly 50% said they use their phones more than 4 hours a day. My story team and I challenged ourselves to see if we could survive 2 days disconnected from the world.
I'm a little worried because I use my phone constantly throughout the day, so just not having it there is going to be really strange.
Everyone uses their phones nowadays, so going a whole 2 days without it is going to be hard.
I just don't know what I'm going to be able to do. I guess I'll find some new activities to hopefully take up for the next 48 hours because I'm not going to be glued to my phone.
24 hours later.
It's just inconvenient because I rely on my phone a lot, and I feel like I'm missing out on everything.
It kind of sucks not knowing what time it is or what's going on in the world. Like, I didn't have an alarm this morning, so I was a little late.
The split second I wasn't engaged in an activity, I reached for my phone, but I couldn't, so it's kind of stressful.
1 eternity later.
As pathetic as it sounds, I really miss my phone because I know it's always there for me by my side. And when I was thinking, I need my phone, I didn't have it, and it kind of made me sad.
I feel like I really need to cut back on using my phone
because I definitely found like an extra like 4 hours in my day without using my phone that like I could do so much with.
Whenever I'm on my phone, I'll be more conscious of what else I could be doing instead, and I guess I'll try to be more productive.
It may be difficult, but we encourage you to put down your phones today and see what you can accomplish. With Jackie Dreppard and Max Rodenbeck, I'm Allie Landman for Channel 97 News.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Eyes on the Tigers Channel 97 News. Join us for our next show on November 24th. I'm Molly Kohler.
And I'm Joel Hahn. And remember, Oakville, keep your eyes on the Tigers.